Hello, Cecil County and the world. Rob Churnside here for Cecil TV, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 more shopping days till Christmas. So let's get into spirit and get things moving. Right here, right now. My good friend Monty Cullum, welcome to Cecil TV.
Thank you, Rob.
Guitarist extraordinaire, singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. We played the Blue Crab. I played drums behind you. What an honor it was yesterday.
It sounded great, Rob. That was fun.
With the original Chesapeake Bay Brothers and Sisters show. Little Cajun Christmas.
Yeah.
And you got your Christmas present early, right? It was a...
Oh, yeah. Santa brought me a new Stratocaster this year. I've had a bunch of different nice guitars over the years, but I've never had a Stratocaster, so that was a bucket list item. And,
I'll tell you what, it sounded
awful. It was nice of
good.
Santa to bring me an ash. You know, these Beatles are boring into all the ash in North America, so they won't be producing the production line anymore with ash guitars, so that'll be a valuable thing in the future.
Yeah.
Only custom shop.
Well, Stratocaster is a good guitar, and you played the heck out of it.
Thanks.
So I know you're going to play for us tonight, but let's tell our viewers a little bit about Monty from the beginning up to now.
Oh, I guess it started with the Monkees.
The Monkees. That got you into
They
rock and
wanted
roll.
me to be, when I was like 6 years old, I wanted to be a rock and roll star. And Mike Nesmith just passed away. I wanted to be him.
Oh, he did?
He did. You didn't know that? Yeah, it's a shame. He was a talented guy beyond that, just the Monkees. But anyway, and then I was a trumpet player as a kid, all through the band. I was a band kid, and studied with a guy in the Philadelphia Orchestra when I was in high school, and took it pretty seriously at that point. And I was actually a trumpet major in college for a little bit, and then I transferred up to at U of D, and then I transferred up to Boston to Berkeley, and I studied guitar, and I've played both for many years, and grew up in suburban Philadelphia.
We've shared some, other than the current group, we've shared some previous groups in the past. Legendary Vic Sodeau.
Oh yeah, Planet Full.
Yeah.
Our first Cajun band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we all do the Zydeco music, because of Vic.
Yep, and he gave us a lot, and I remember playing lots of gigs with him in the swamp down there.
The Delmarva Folk Festival.
Yeah, right.
I've been there. That was a good one.
I think we were together sometimes, and then there was different people in that group.
Chris Sherlock, Jimmy Pritchard, a lot of notable Delaware musicians.
Yep.
Sammy Chick.
Yep, Sammy Chick, rest his soul.
Yeah.
So in addition to Vic, we both went up to the Rodeo Bar and Grill with Cecil County's own Zane Campbell.
The infamous
What an experience that was.
Yep, Old Bell Reed's nephew, Dave Reed's cousin. A great singer-songwriter, and an overall crazy man.
Yeah, the Rodeo Bar up in New York, we used to drive up and eat up to New York.
Those are always fun.
And sometimes we would take a busload of people, and they thought us folks from Cecil County were real hillbillies.
Yeah. We were the real deal up there in the alt country scene at the Rodeo Bar in Manhattan. Yeah.
It was a pretty cool place because I remember they had one wall by the stage with the head of a buffalo, and you walk around back and you see that back end of the buffalo coming through the wall.
I always played bass with Zane, and I had to watch the neck of the bass on that buffalo against the wall. I had to watch out and bang it. Yeah.
So,
and the bar was an old horse trailer. It's a shame that place is closed now.
Yeah, but parking wasn't too good. I kind of like it here in Cecil County.
I always had the best. I was George Costanza, man. I refused to pay for parking, and I always, for some reason, I had the best luck. Our singer Rhonda used to comment on that. She was like, "I can't believe you found a space." I always found a space.
That's good.
2-3 times around the block. I would never give up.
You
start small and then concentric circles, ever widening. But
I always consider you to be very lucky anyway.
Yeah, I have to say that. I've always been very lucky. Yeah.
And in addition to playing back in different people, you've been writing your own stuff for quite a while, right?
Oh, well, I've always dabbled in writing songs, but I've never really recorded a lot of my own stuff. But back in the 80s and 90s, I've had recording equipment, and I put a lot of stuff down. And I've played some showcases back in the 90s, I remember, with some of my original material and everything. But I never really pursued it all that seriously. I've played more on other people's recordings over the years. Right. But recently, I've just gotten very, very inspired. I happened to meet a hero of mine.
And
having grown up in Philadelphia, this guy was like the local rock star, ever since I can remember, was a man named Todd Rundgren. And I'm always surprised when people say, "Todd who?" He's #1 on iTunes with "Hello, It's Me" after 50 years because of a remake of Sex, or not a remake, but a spin-off of Sex and the City featured his song, "Hello, It's Me."
How about that?
And the last couple of weeks, he has been #1 on iTunes again after 50 years with this song, Hello, It's Me. But anyway, so I got to meet Todd at his Toddstock events. It was basically his birthday party. And I played in the fan band. So each night we would play for the party, and it was a big stage, and Todd would be in the audience with his wife Michelle and all these super Todd fans. And the first one was in Shenandoah Valley, or the Shenandoah Mountains in Virginia. And I just kind of fell into this scene. I ended up playing for the fan band and had a great time and got to meet Todd and hang with the band. And some of his band members would sit in with us each night and play. And after that experience, getting to know all these folks, I ended up going out west that next fall, and I played a little solo set with Todd sitting in the front row, getting to play for my teenage hero was really cool, And,
oh, that's awesome.
And this is the first I played a couple of my own songs for him, and I felt like, I had some validation from him. The next day he came up to me and, initiated the conversation. And anyway, so I've gotten to know him over the years. It's been very inspiring. And I've kind of gotten rejuvenated with writing and recording. And I have a whole bunch of songs in the can and a bunch that are in the works, and I'm going to be putting out a solo album in the spring, coinciding with a song that I have on that's going to be coming out on a compilation on an indie label out of Chicago that's owned by some Todd fans that I've met through this world of Todd super fans. And so it's really gotten me inspired to meet my hero. So that was a cool thing that's happened recently.
That is awesome. And I know that you play guitar and trumpet, but you play on your new upcoming work, you're playing a lot more instruments too.
I'm playing all the instruments, with the exception of a couple of background vocals, and my good buddy Chris Sherlock is doing all the drums. And I don't know if I could do it without him. He's a really,
I'll tell you
just
what.
a really tasty drummer that, he's so seasoned and understands where I'm coming from with this material that it's been really
I always
really
have
fun.
studied Chris, and keep trying to catch up to him. I don't think I ever will, but he is the man.
Well, it's always funny because he's so self-deprecating. And as time goes by, I find out more and more about him that I'm impressed with. And he's so, it only comes out over time. It's not like he would ever brag about all these things that he's done. We always, Vic and us, we would always introduce him as the legendary Chris Sherlock, and he would scoff. Oh, yeah.
He played with Vic.
But he's done
too.
so much over the years, I couldn't even begin to tell you. And he would be embarrassed if I did.
And he studied with Purdy as well, Bernard Purdy from Elton.
Exactly. Yeah.
Most recorded drummer in the world. So that's a
Steely
good template
Dan,
right there.
all kinds of stuff he's done. Yeah.
Anyway, you're going to play some songs, Monty. It's been a pleasure to have you in the studio here for Cecil TV.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
You're going to play some songs from your new work.
Yeah, I'll play a couple songs, and that'll be on a recording that'll come out in the spring of my own. And the one song is going to be on this compilation disc with some other notable folks that are all Todd Rundgren related in one way or another. Some that have been produced by him in the past, or have played with some of his band members, or written songs with some of the folks in the Todd community. All Todd related artists. So,
All right.
yeah, or just a bunch of the fans.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, that's the thing about Todd's fans. They're all musicians. He's a musician's musician.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. As are you.
Thank you. All right. Very good.